Yo guys, Obi Will here. I've never really made a video like this before, but I just finally decided I was gonna go ahead and have to do it. Something about the amount of times this person messaged me and some of the things they were saying just sounded completely ridiculous, and I decided I was just gonna go ahead and do it and show you guys so other people can be the judge and let me know if I'm crazy. But anyways, I was doing some solo queue on my DK playing in like the 1600s and we lost one round. A person rage quit and ended the match. I go on about my business and I'm playing, doing some world quests, requeue, and I get messaged by a mage. The mage who was just in the match, the one who was on my team, who died, and is blaming me, I guess, for the loss. And the amount of times they messaged me, the length of time it went on, the back and forth, it was just so absurd, some of the things they were saying. I just finally decided, I don't know, man. I think I kind of got to upload one of these to show people what it's like, I guess. And I'll just show you guys and let you guys be the judge. So here's the match. So basically, here's the mage, and the mage starts off with a disclaimer: I have no gear, sorry. Okay, no big deal. They ask, who are we going? They insist they can CC the Affliction Warlock better, and we should just go on the Hunter. I say, okay, fine. So we agree. So here's the match. The match starts. I race in, and I race in on purpose to ruin the Hunter's opener. Now, I get him out with D&D right here, so I've ruined his camo and his trap opener. But I realize I've outranged my partners here. So rather than running like an idiot, I've already succeeded in what I was trying to do. I'm just going to hide and wait for my partners. So I go ahead, I get behind this, and I just hide and I wait for my backup to show up here. So as soon as they get here, here are my partners. Now I know that I can just go ahead and go in. So I go in. We agreed on the hunter. Start hitting up the hunter. Hunter's getting away. I pull him back. I now have the hunter in melee range of me and an LOS of the mage, but he gets away again. So I start pursuing the kill target. The hunter decides he's going to LOS like crazy here. So he just starts playing ring around the pillar. So I'm just chasing him, trying to get set up on this guy so I can get going. Finally, end up catching this dude. And then I realize I have full runic power. So let's just go ahead and use my cooldowns and start getting some damage going. Everyone's fine on health. Nothing crazy has happened yet. So here are my cooldowns. I start using cooldowns, start tearing this guy up. Here goes his health. He's at like 40% right here or something like that right away. I've just used my cooldowns. So here we go. Apocalypse, Dark Transformation. I'm in melee range. So here comes the damage. The hunter starts getting hit up here, and then he starts getting healed up pretty good, actually. So I'm trying to stick on him. He feigns death. I get coiled off. He's kiting me a bit, and I wanted to play the video this way on purpose because in case you missed the block, I also missed the block. I didn't know it, but at this point, the mage is already ice blocked. So if you're wondering why and where, so was I, but I had to rewatch this, but it's back here. So basically, I'm on the hunter. So if you're not paying attention to what I'm doing and we're just looking at the mage over here, the mage's health is about at 70%. The hunter is going to get an LOS of the mage here, and he starts hitting the mage. So there you go. So he's hitting the mage. The mage's health is it's fine, no big deal. The warlock is right here. The warlock's running around trying to also get an LOS of the mage. Here's their healer. So the healer's not all. So the healer, excuse me, is not DPSing their mage either, because I know evokers and like disc priests and things like that try and add some damage to the mix to help out. So here he is. All three members of their team, including me and the healer, we're all on this side of the pillar. There's the mage. So the mage runs to the opposite side. The mage is now out of LOS of the hunter, the evoker, me, the healer, and the warlock. And if you look right here, here's the raptor, here's a demon. There's not even any pets on the mage. The mage is at 40%. Now I understand it's an affliction lock, so dots are a factor, but I didn't really notice his health like plummeting or anything like that. So I don't know what dots he had on him because I'm not set up to see your debuffs unless I'm healing. So I don't see what he has on himself. So right there, boom, blocks. Why he did that, I have no idea. That was not necessary at all. But he used it, and I have no idea he used it. So I'm assuming he has a block because I don't see him in the animation, and I didn't notice this. So that's what happened. So here we go. So I'm continuing not knowing that that happened, trying to get back on the hunter. I haven't used any of my crowd control yet because I'm trying to get some damage done on this hunter, get him to like maybe 70% with my cooldowns up, and then I'm going to grip in the evoker to go ahead and do a blind stun strang combo. So in case anyone was wondering, that's what I'm waiting on. So these guys stack. So I'm unholy DK, so I start cleaving, trying to get Kraken on this hunter. So right here, I start putting in work on the hunter again, and I notice his health's actually dropping a good amount. So right here, the hunter's at nearly 50%. So I think, okay, well, let's go ahead and go right here. I also notice that our mage's health is getting low. So I think, well, my cooldowns will be up in about 10 seconds, so maybe I can get some cooldowns right here. Blinding Sleet on the evoker. Again, I'm still aware that my mage's health is getting low, but our healer's right here. He's not in crowd control, but it's still something that I notice. I start going right here on the hunter. A fear from our priest overlaps with my blinding sleet, no big deal. And then we get an emerald communion before my blinding sleet even finishes. So I wasn't able to connect with the stun strang combo. But that means he's going to live now. That's healer cooldowns. So right here, I get rooted. Emerald communion is up. The hunter's pretty much at full health. And our mage is getting low. So I decide it's not worth a Wraith Walk, a Trinket, any of that crap. He's right here and he's at full health. He's gonna live, so don't even worry about it. But this guy's making me paranoid, so I drop an AMZ right here. He had an altar, I think, that I didn't really notice. He had an altar, so I really don't know where that was gonna put him exactly. But he's out of the AMZ. He runs immediately out, which means he's taking more magic damage. I don't know why he did that because he didn't run out in LOS. He just ran out. So he ran out and then stayed in LOS of this one, and then the Warlock over here. So now he's just taking more damage. So I'm trying to damage the hunter, but I can't do anything. I see for the mage. I see that he's getting low, but I mean I can't off heal or anything like that. Our healer is right here. Here's our healer. Here's the mage. In LOS and in range. Our mage is low, and I think he has a block. Our healer is not in CC. So there's nothing I can really do for you at this point. The mage, the mage runs that way, and the healer moves that way slightly. So the mage and the healer run the opposite direction from each other, but the priest doesn't really, it's just a slight movement. He's not really running. But the mage runs way the hell over here after Carterize procs. He has no block, but I think he does. He has no block. The only thing that's going to save you now is the healer that you're running away from. So he runs way over there, runs out of LOS of the healer, and dies. And the match ends. And I'm thinking, whoa, wait, we lost? And I'm like, oh, the mage is dead. Didn't he have a block? Like, that's what was running through my head. So then you look at this. The priest on my team left. So the priest is mad. I'm assuming it's not at me. I didn't die. I didn't OSU. And if you look at the damage, I did 4.7 million. I was first. The mage was second, 4.4 million. The lock on the other team was third at 4.1, and then the hunter was fourth at 3.3. So I did the most damage. I didn't die. I didn't LOS our healer. I didn't do anything insane. But our mage died and LOS'd our healer at the end when he could have saved him, potentially. So the priest leaves. So I'm assuming the priest is not mad at me. I'm assuming the priest is mad at the mage. But the mage blames me. And then the messages start. I'm not going to go through every single one of these because it just take forever. It's just, I responded anyway. So I think I'll put them up there. I think my responses are pretty clear, but I'll just skim through it and get to some of it. But it just starts off with trash talking, blah, 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 blah. The fact that you're playing dumb on top of that. I have 2 death grips and I don't determine where the hunter's standing. You know what I mean? I linked some achievements because apparently I'm bad. So I linked 2200 because that's the experience I have on my DK, and I linked Rival 2 from the season, which I got on my Warlock. And then usually after I link something like that, which I've done it a handful of times when somebody's just calling me bad and they won't be quiet, I'll say something, link the achievements, and then, ask them about theirs. And then I'll either get silence or you were boosted or this is a new account. And, that's exactly what happens. You were boosted. Obviously, this person has no idea that I have a YouTube channel where you can see me playing multiple classes to high rating, from the first person talking to my partners and all that stuff. So obviously that, shuts that up. And let's see. I don't even have two set. Fun fact, neither do I. They just assumed I did. That's why you don't assume. And I asked them to link their achievements. They're not going to do it, of course, so I just look them up myself. I already know how this is going to go. 1700s, that was the highest they had. And then, oh, shocker, there it is. My account is new. Yes, new account. Never heard that. Always, every single time. That's the response. And then blah, 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 blah. Rewatching. Then they realize, oh, he recorded it. Yes, I did. And then I let them know a couple things that they did that lost us the match probably. You ran out of AMZ, you LS the priest. He says, no, I wasn't LOS. But of course I just replayed the match. That's why I didn't edit the match. That's why I just played it, guys, to like, just play, pause, you can see what's happening, and went back a couple of times so you can rewatch something. That's why I didn't edit anything. Um, and then this person, are we watching the same game? I start asking about the block because I didn't actually see it. I had to watch it several times before I even figured out where the block was. I thought he died with it. And then I say, I'll just post it. We'll let others figure it out. And then he gets nasty. Have a fucking spine enough to not make shit up. I'm not sure what he's referring to. I think he's talking about the LOS because I said you're out of LOS at the pre. So I don't know if he's remembering things wrong or if he's just lying and thinking I'm bluffing that I don't have a recording and I'm not going to post it. It's one of the two. I don't know. And then blah blah blah. He starts talking about logs. Starts asking me about add-ons. Yes, I have them. You saw that. And then I put, okay, well, I'll just go ahead and put the screenshots of the chat and the video and this and that. And then of course he says he's going to go ahead and he's going to post logs and comments and all my stuff, which I don't know that he would do that. That'd be kind of hilarious if he did. It'd be a new one, but I don't know. That'd be kind of great. So then he talks about me editing stuff. So that's what I'm talking about. That's why I didn't edit anything. Bro has one subscribe. Of course I do. And then it goes all the way down to at least I have 3K subs and follows on each one of my platforms. He refused to link anything, and that was the last message I got. So I think we all know what that means. If he had 3K subs and follows and all this and that, and he wanted to, compare, D sizes to me, I'm sure he would have been more than happy to link it just to shut me up, but he didn't do that. So I think we all know what that means. But the moral of the story, I guess, is don't trash talk because it's probably not going to go anywhere anyways. But if you do, at least make sure you're accurate. You're not assuming anything because you never know. The other person just might be recording, and if you play garbage like this mage did, they may just decide to post it, and they may just make you look like a damn fool. Also, I'm pretty sure he sent me this.